It's
some
already, it's already.
some new faces. So there's a story here on One News St. Vincent. The Carnival Development Corporation CDC received 3 new appointments who will serve on its board of directors. The announcement was made yesterday, January 23rd, by Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture, Honorable Carlos James, while delivering the State of the Tourism Industry address on Tuesday at the cruise ship terminal in Kingston. The 3 new appointees added to the board of directors of the Carnival Development Corporation are Karen Vera, Calvert Jones, and Carlos James, according to the press release. According to Minister James, the 3 directors bring varying levels of expertise in marketing, finance, and the creative arts as new members of the CDC board to support its current chair, Ricardo Adams. So Carlos says, Karen brings tremendous experience as an events host, mass band leader, and marketing professional and creative. Carlos is an island scholar, professional accountant, chief financial officer at Couriers Distribution, and one of the lead coordinators of Petini Mass and band leader of Country Meetstown Juve Band. While Calvert is a leading creative with a strong focus on emerging technology in the creative industry, Minister James said, according to the press release. CDC plans to manage a country's flagship festival, Vincimas, this year. Vincimas will be held from June 28th to July 9th. The corporation has several functions according to the Tourism Ministry's website. Meanwhile, Minister James announced the appointment of Calvert Jones as the new chairperson of the National Cultural Foundation. Jones will lead the transformation of foundation to provide greater support to creatives in the industry. Minister James noted that the NCF will play a key role in events management, including the SVG Music Festival, the Rhythm and Roots Creole Festival, and the SVG Fashion Week. What are your thoughts, Christal?
Praising the Lord, hallelujah. Woo! No, this is your turns over. There's a guy on the other end of this camera here. Watch me weird. But anyways, but this is really good news for the creative sector. So we have Karen Vera, mass mass band leader. Mass band leader for Oxygen, one of the more modern bands in SVG. Then we have Carlos James. Funny story. This one time I was trying to reach to the minister, Carlos James, and I accidentally called Carlos James and had like a 2-minute conversation on the phone with him. So when I saw the headline and I saw his picture, I was like, oh my gosh, One News make a mistake. It's not they have the wrong Carlos James. He's a real culture man. Big up to Carlos James one time. I don't know. The way that he's so passionate about his events and his job is something that more people within the creative sector or more people point blank should emulate that sort of passion and drive. So that's 2. And then we have Calvert Jones. No stranger to like the creative industry and to conversations. Person behind tropical realism. A fine artist. All right. So big up to all those persons. May I read this or no? So the positions that they are going to take up, right? And this is on Karen Vera will be the marketing coordinator.
Yeah, marketing coordinator is there.
So is he gone?
Is his name on the list?
No, I just see marketing. I know it was Izzy, and I just hold on. Let me go down the list, man. Let me go down the line. Ricardo Adams, chairman. Dale Morris, deputy chairman and coordinator of Rural Carnival. I don't even know the business. Ashford Wood, chief executive officer, ex officio. Avia Charles, Chairperson, Beauty Shows Committee. Anthony Denny, Shows Coordinator. Carlos James, Financial Controller. Karen Vera, Marketing Coordinator. ACP Christopher Benjamin, Representative of the Police. Earl Bennett, Kaba, Representative of Calypso Association. Hugh Ragge, Representative of Mass Bands Association. What? So Hugh Ragge representing Karen too. Hey, 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 this meeting is hot. Rodney Small, representative from the Ulupan movement. Calvert Jones, technical advisor. Then we have advisors Lennox Bowman, Hans King, Chevrolet Macmillan, and representative from Tourism Authority. Representative from the TA in a no name. So I guess it's anybody. But who was the previous financial controller? Who was the previous technical advisor? I remember Minister James saying that they are going to bring in some younger, fresher minds, fresher brains, fresher people to the to the oh gosh, come the man to the board. It is the board CDC,
CDC.
Carnival Development Corporation Board. And it's funny, right? I actually got a couple messages. People I don't know where they get it from. I don't know where that drop out from. But people thought that I was going to be one of them. I'm like, well, you know more than me. Jokes in this place. I think they got the names and the things mixed up. But
Yes.
I am so shocked.
I would say this though. I do think that this selection is a very, very good selection. It's been a very long time since I've seen something and I have no complaints. Karen has, well, with help, but Karen has successfully has what was it? 3 flagship events? Secret Garden, Climax.
Say your garden sauce?
Secret Garden and Luther's. Karen and Luther's Secret Garden.
I thought it was that was husband and wife kind of thing.
Climax and what was the other one, boy? It will come to me. And then there's Oxygen Mass Band.
Wet Republic?
Nah, I don't think Wet Republic, yes, but there's something besides Wet Republic. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But the events that Karen has been involved in and the marketing of these events have been doing a lot better than the CDC events. So the marketing. I am really looking forward to seeing what fresh ideas she's going to bring to CDC in terms of marketing. Because what we've been seeing so far, especially in the last 3 years, has been underwhelming. Then there's Calvert Jones, who is definitely in touch with culture, who is definitely, I want to say, a household name. I'm pretty sure most people know who Calvert Jones is and what he brings to Vincentian culture outside of his creative nature. And I do feel like he is a great addition. I am not really familiar with much of what Carlos James does outside of Pitini.
JJ.
Okay.
JJ.
Oh, you could speak more to him, but
yeah, the Country Meets Town.
Mm-hmm.
So they will have the Juve band, and from the looks of it, really successful. Apart from that, I think they put off I real foolish, you know. I've normally seen them like sporting events, like events in Mesopotamia. So they're actively involved in community work. All right. So he's a community man. His nickname is actually Manage. I wonder why they call him Manage, because he manages so well. Right? So that's what I know in terms of his capabilities. So they're bringing a wealth of experience and creativity to the board. No, I think I'm about to say something that many people say. Uh, you make changes, but how much of that internal change is going to reflect externally? Stop clean the screen. The screen I want clean. How much of that internal change will be reflected externally? Because if you have the same limitations in terms of finance, then uh, how far can the new ideas go? And I'm not saying this to discourage anybody. I'm not saying this so that you could not think outside of the box, because one man spending $100, a next man might spend $100 differently and get different results. So I think that's what a bit of the negatives that would come back, like, you know, nothing's gonna change, blah blah blah. You know, talking about, I want Karen, are they going Trinidad?
Karen always say Trinidad,
No, are they going Carry CDC Trinidad?
which is what they should do.
Some people don't like that.
That's what I was about to say.
Some people don't like that.
I don't understand that. That is what I don't understand.
Some people don't like it when we go down there and pack up. They say we go down there and pack up and do nothing. They're spending money, marketing money to go down to Trinidad to stand up.
What I say is, don't underestimate the power of good marketing. If it is, and I'm pretty sure Karen has a plan, if it is that they're going to Trinidad, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be going to stations that's dying, standing up and passing out flyers like we in 2000s. I'm pretty sure
Flyers work was do you, man?
Yeah,
like a flyer.
feel like hit it on the ground. Just feel like hit it on the ground. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be innovative ideas to effectively, keyword, effectively promote Vincy Mas in the different countries this year. And I'm really looking forward to see what Karen is going to do specifically.
You know, all in all, you know what can make their jobs easier? The product. If you have an exceptional product, sometimes the product don't even need to be marketed. It just sells itself. Makes the work easier. I think that helps with some things, some shows, some people, what's not, if you have good products. So they now have to, boy, this is plenty work. And there are some things that are outside of their control. I ain't see no representative on there for like soca, but soca falls under calypso. But I think there should be a separation because the two of them, they have different needs. So the people that have been fighting for soca monarch and thing last year, I hope all they put all themselves together for this year and come better and properly. Anyways, they now have to formulate a plan to get the creative industry, people within the creative sector, to actually go to the workshops that they're hosting, to actually improve themselves and their products and their image and their branding and their networking and their marketing, so that will help Vincy Mas and whatever else comes with Vincy Mas and Carnival and what's on a culture to improve by extension. But how do you get the people within the sector that some of them, too many of them, are all for themselves? Me this, and not looking at the bigger picture. How do you get them to come together when they couldn't even come together for Soca Monarch last year? Right? When there's an apparent segregation within the old versus the traditional, sorry, let me not say old, the traditional versus the modern mass. How do you get them to come together and meet in the middle, so that Vincy Mas could continue to prosper and strive? Will this help the big problem that they had last year, where people were not supporting the CDC? Will CDC now get back the support that they used to have in the past from the general population and from the components, the subcomponents, the key players within the subcomponents? Will these three additional people assist with fixing the carnival problem?
Also, I'm curious to see what the relationship with the private promoters will be like now that there's a private promoter on the board.
There are more than one private promoters on the board.
Well, more now that there are two, two new private promoters
Two
on
new
the
private
board.
promoters. Everybody. I'm gonna say everybody. Actually, there are more than one private promoters on the board.
Mm,
Everybody has a thing. Not everybody. Let me
you
see
know
about the
what?
list there. Let me see about the list
I
there.
trying to avoid saying using the word relevant, but then
Rodney
again,
has his own brand. Karen has her own brand. Calvert has his own brand.
yes,
Carlos
but
James has his own brand.
Carlos James
Avia
and
Charles has her own brand. Ricardo used to have
wait,
his own brand.
what you mean? Avia has her own brand
Avia has her own business. You didn't know that?
events.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about events,
She still has a
private
brand.
promoters.
She still has a brand.
Okay, I'm talking private promoters.
Actually, yeah. But anyways, I'll get into that then. Yeah. Private events.
Mhm.
What are you trying to say? There's a conflict of interest now?
No, I'm trying to say, remember, it now seems as though the private events are taken away from CDC events. And over the years, they've been saying that they're working their best with the private events. So I'm wondering if there will be a better collaborative effort. And I was trying to not use the word relevant because certain shows appeal to certain demographic. So the people who go to Steel Expressions are more than likely the people that go to CDC events. The people that go to Miss Pettini and JIJ and Secret Garden and Climax aren't necessarily the people that be going to CDC events.
That's not true.
The majority of them,
Young folks go to CDC events.
like what?
How you look at Soca Monarch?
I look at Soca Monarch as
Raga
something
Soca
that's
Monarch.
phasing out, and Calypso Monarch phasing out.
There are young people that go to
They
these
are,
things
but
and
in
would
the
also
same
go
groups?
to would also.
In the
I
same
can't
with the same
I
large
can't pinpoint
turnouts,
and
I
watch.
highly doubt
So
that,
in terms
Christal.
of like quantity, you're not gonna get that pull.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you have not gotten that, but there are young people who would intersect.
Obviously, but I'm saying that the large crowd turnouts at these events would say that JIJ would see, you would not see them for CDC events.
I think that's like more than multiple reasons, though.
Yeah, but I'm not. So what I'm saying now, with these people on board, bringing that demographic or that marketing strategy or that name, would that mean that they'll have a better working relationship with the private promoters to improve CDC events?
Left to be seen.
It's left to be seen.
Left to be seen.
That's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
But I don't want to be skeptical, but from observing things in the past and personal experience, I what's the word I'm looking for? In terms of change, I don't expect to see all the change happening this year. I think it may be gradual. I would not be surprised if the changes were gradual and there were some things that were still consistent, that are still consistent with what transpired in years past. So I'm hoping that if you still see things, quote unquote, the same, certain things, that these three new people don't get a beating. Because when you are new to an organization and you have fresh ideas, I don't see the persons already set in their ways taking on these new ideas with open arms. It doesn't always happen, but I will not be surprised if it goes either way. If they embrace the new ideas, new technologies perhaps, and if they don't embrace them fully, I wouldn't be surprised either way. So,
but what I'd say is congratulations, Karen Vera, Calvert Jones, Carlos James, and I'm really Carlos managed James, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what fresh ideas or what Yeah, what fresh ideas you bring to CDC and what you have in store for the promotion and execution of Vincimas 2024. The time is now 9 o'clock and it is time for your ECCB currency exchange rates brought to you by Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.